Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to In-Depth Analysis. Yesterday makes it exactly 1 year. Our former president, President Mohammadu Buhari, passed on. But the reason why I'm here is because APC has not been fair to this man. Less than a year where this man passed on. In critics, not be even normal citizens, we be say yes, they undergo the hardship of his policies. Because the truth now say, it wasn't like he performed excellently very well. Popular opinion, he performed below average from popular opinion. But I never expected the members of the APC to come out. In short, the APC as a party to come out and say he performed woefully. Because they were the same people that were telling us we should be patient with his policies. That in less than no time we will yield the dividends of his policies. They are the same people telling us today that if we had waited, we would have waited in vain. That his policies were far away from reality. They were fake. The policies he implemented were fake, phantom, fallacy, delusional. That it's Tinubu's policies right now that are closer to reality. Not even reality, closer to reality. And you tell us to trust that kind of party. The same people that said they were going to continue from where he stopped said no, they've abandoned him. Said now God save us. That they can't continue from where he stopped anymore. And you tell us to trust that kind of party. And when I say APC, I mean APC, because everything I'm saying is not my words, are not my words. They are the words from the National Publicity Secretary of the party. So when such a man speaks, you should know it's coming directly from the party. Now I'll be playing two clips. The first one, when Buhari was still president, during the build-up of the 2023 election. This was what the same National Publicity Secretary said. Listen to him.
As a matter of fact, some are saying that maybe the APC is not bold enough to run on the records of the APC in the last 7 years.
Look, we are very, very, excited about the records of this administration, the APC administration in the country, the President Mohammadu Buhari administration. This government has done an enormous amount of work and has accomplished a whole lot. The record speaks for itself. Like any government anywhere in the world, this campaign of our candidate, we build on the finest record of this administration. And where this administration has stopped,
Can you hear him?
this candidate is envisioning a program to build upon that.
That he's telling us that Buhari had the finest record. And wherever he stopped, Tinubu was going to continue and build on it. Now listen to him. Barely 1 year after the passing of Buhari. Listen to the same man, the National Publicity Secretary.
I'm being joined by Mr. Felix Morka, who is the National Publicity Secretary of the APC, who is live from me right here in our Abuja studio. Thanks so much, Mr. Morka, for your time tonight.
Thank you, Sheil.
I appreciate it. When Nigerians compare their lives today with where they were in May 2023, should they feel more hopeful or more disappointed? I'd like you to begin the conversation for us tonight.
Thank you, Sheil. I think that
Listen.
Nigerians have every reason to feel more confident about their country,
God.
and therefore more hopeful about the future. Because the state of affairs in this country as of 2023 compared to today is actually comparing night and day.
Can you imagine?
Because on the one hand, as of May 2023, this country was not doing well. All of the fundamental numbers were off. From the exchange rates to the just basic living
This man
was
is wicked.
all phantom. A lot of it were phantom. And I say phantom because they were not real. Because the distortions in the economy were overwhelming on every facet. For instance, you refer to the value of the naira related to the dollar as of 2023, about 460 or thereabout, right? But that was dictated it was not the real value of the naira. So every figure that derives from that, naira dictation was actually false. It was phantom
Wow.
because it wasn't real. How can it be real when you would exchange 460 officially, and anyone in the system could round trip that same number, and get nearly what the value is today, about 900, naira to the dollar. See, it was not real. So, it's difficult to make that comparison between 2023 and 2025 because, a lot of what you had then was unreal. And that's the distortion that this government keeps talking about. And what this president has done since 2023 is to really tackle the root causes of all of those distortions, whether it was the fuel subsidy, whether it was the crazy arbitrage in the foreign exchange system. None of that was real. And so what Nigerians are dealing with today is closer to reality.
Closer, not
And
even
when
reality.
you plan with reality, then you are more likely to actually have outcomes and results that are more realistic, more defensible, and more, promising in terms of the future. And today, like you said, we've gone from $3 billion in our foreign, reserve to nearly $50 billion. That counts for something because the world is taking us more seriously today, which is why you see a lot of investment, new investment coming in, in all the sectors, whether it's the, oil and gas or other sectors. People are coming in to invest because they have more confidence. And Naira has been stable for months. Our balance of payment systems has been good consistently for nearly, 10 quarters. So look, you can go on and on. So I think that, optimism is what Nigerians should share.
And you tell us to trust such a party. And this party wants us to trust them. Did you hear everything he said? Now, let me make it clear. It wasn't like Mohammadu Buhari, former President Mohammadu Buhari, was a saint. Popular opinion, he performed below average. Below average. But coming from his own people, his own APC. Like I said, without him, maybe Tinubu wouldn't have been president today. Maybe the party APC itself wouldn't have been formed. Coming from his own party members, man, this is ridiculous. Trying to downplay his policies, his achievements, ridiculing everything he did is absurd. Now, I really want you guys to tell me the truth in the comment section. Is APC fair to Mohammadu Buhari? Thank you for watching.
In-depth analysis.